So in convergence and with the feminine energy flow, the feminine is all about feeling, about physical feeling, sensations. The word I often use is not just me, but the word I will often use, I'm just checking this here, is it's sensual energy. And what I mean by that is you feel it. You feel it in your body. Now, the topic for this little sort of info bite here is how that relates to emotions. So, what is an emotion? An emotion is a label that has an attached set of sensations that we feel in our body. Now, so for instance, happy, right? You happy. So if you say you're happy, there's a set of physical sensations attached to that label. And of course, many of you that have been following any of the teachings will have heard me say this. All labeled emotions fit along this spectrum of pain and pleasure. So you can take any labeled emotion and it fits somewhere along this spectrum of pain and pleasure, where if we call that a good emotion or a positive emotion, what we're saying is the sensations, not the label, the sensations attached to the label feel good. There you go. If we say it's a bad emotion or a negative emotion, what are we saying? The sensations attached to it feel bad. Just that simple. So the phrase that popped into my head, my awareness was describing the sensations rather than trying to label the emotion. So when you're feeling sensations in your body, when you're feeling an emotion, if you're working with somebody else, even if you're sharing with somebody else, and you're feeling an emotion, rather than choosing the label of the emotion, describe the sensations that you're feeling in your body. There's a very big difference to that. And why this is so important, one of the reasons it is so important is that it takes your focus away from these labels, which can mean so many different things to so many different people, and focusing in on your body and what is your body telling you? What are the sensations that you're feeling, experiencing? So you're describing the experience. You're not trying to label the emotion. Now, why is this so valuable? Again, it puts you back in touch with your body. Now, why is that so valuable? Because then you can kind of figure out a whole lot better where you are in the spectrum. Because the whole thing with convergence and feminine energy, it's about changing the vibrations in your body, changing the vibrations from that pain spectrum over to the pleasure spectrum. And of course, you've heard me harp about this for a long, long time. We've been so conditioned that, and I'm not saying we'll never feel pain, but growth and abundance, all those good things require us to feel pain to get to them. But so often we go to the pain, we don't go through the pain to get to the good stuff. What we're seeing more and more and more now, and what I'm experiencing is, and with this reemergence of the feminine energy, is we can use that energy to change the vibrations in our body, moving it up the spectrum so we feel good, because we've been in many respects programmed we have to feel bad before we feel good. And what I see as the message now is that never was the case, and it sure doesn't have to be now, because you can actually feel good, focus on pleasure, which actually allows you to participate in the manifesting process so much more rather than hinder the damn thing. So the next time you're experiencing an emotion, or somebody else is, right, don't ask them, so what are you feeling, looking for a label. Ask them to describe the sensations or the feeling in their body, because that's what really matters. All right, guys, that was the show. It looks like everything worked smooth. Happy, happy, joy, joy. It is Monday, November 29th. By the looks of it, this has been another episode of Breaking Borders and Shattering Paradigms.